Hi Librans, and welcome to your reading for the second half of June 2025. The energy around this reading is of the Four of Swords, and it is about you stepping back from things and looking at the big picture. It's about seeing where there is positive energy and things are moving along well, and seeing where there may not be moving very well, and choosing to go with the flow more. But it's also about doing things to unblock those things that are stopping you. So it's about any form of meditation, visualization, affirmations, hypnotherapy, tapping, rapid eye therapy, anything to clear any blocks that are of thought, because you are receiving blessings here, and it's time to open up to that. So let's have a look and see what else is coming up for you. You are being acknowledged as being wise, basically, and a lot of the Librans I know are very wise, and this is about listening to your inner knowledge and trusting in yourself, your own power, your intuitive powers, and your ability to discern what is really going on around you. Often you're very good friends and you really help people through emotional crises, and this is something you could even work, could work in that area, psychology or anything really to do with healing. Some of you are moving on from your work, and it's those of you who are in situations where you're not appreciated. It's like one door is shutting so that other doors can open for you. And this always brings up fear when we're trying something new, but you don't realize your full potential, and it's not being realized. I'm not saying this is everyone, but for some of you, your full potential isn't being realized where you are, and there's this big sort of spiral upwards for you that is overdue, really. And it's about using your intuition and following the feeling of peace. So if you think, oh, I'd love to leave my job and I'd love to do this, start to daydream about it. Start to think about how you're going to bring that into your life. And it's something you love. Sometimes this is talking about creativity, or it's always talking about creativity, but sometimes it's in the creative arts, or other times it's in something that wouldn't really seem terribly creative, but it's the way that you do it that is creative. And this leads to a big increase in your income, but it is about you putting yourself first and making yourself happy to do with these new beginnings, and focusing on the things that you have in your life that you can bring these wishes and hopes and dreams in through. You may have people around you who are naysayers and say, you know, you have to stay in that boring job forever. But I don't feel like that will last. It's like you have other people who are here helping you and offering you opportunities and realizing your worth. And you do have this is a very positive analytical mind that you were born with. It's something that is, usually high IQ, and that ability to see through, again, other people's lessons. Um, there could be a move or travel that you're planning. Both the Chariot and the Six of Swords are about travel. But really it's about where do you want to go, and allowing yourself to have that freedom. The Devil is, it's fear. But the flip side of it, because it is the card of Capricorn, and there is a positive to it, definitely, is freedom. What does your wild free self want to do? How does that look? And yes, it might take some time and some planning, but it is about bringing that in. You do have leadership skills. Some of you won't like working for people who you're probably smarter than or who don't know how to treat people. So really it's about trusting in your own inner abilities. You do need to look after your health during this time of change, if that's what you're going through. So it's eating regularly, sleeping regularly, exercising regularly, meditating regularly. But trusting in your own knowledge is key. Yeah, this is embracing your inner Capricorn. I know Librans aren't Capricorns, but this is the kind of Capricorn. It may be someone coming up into your life who is Capricorn, but a Capricorn man is someone who is able to work very hard at achieving a goal. And also there's an element of being able to stick to things. They're often, very faithful in relationships and things like that. But also at the same time having this empathy, the empathy of the Queen of Cups and the intuition of the Queen of Cups. You're planting seeds for the long-term future is what they're saying here. Yes, it's a timing thing, so it may not be quite the right time yet, but it's about thinking about what things you want in your life for the long term and what things you don't want in your life. So if you stay in the boring job or you stay around these people who are negative or whatever, then they may be in your life for a very long period of time. So it is a time of weeding out what you don't want and planting what you do. Or at least thinking about these things. By thinking about them, you're starting to bring them into being. Again, they're saying many of you are leaders and you are stepping more into that role into the future. That Libran energy of balance and of not just being gung-ho or, egocentric, of seeing things from a balanced viewpoint. It's a very good quality for leaders. And this could also be working within organisations for change. Change so that these are large organisations, so that they're serving people rather than serving themselves. So some of you will be on that path as well. But this leads to the Ten of Pentacles is financial success. It's more than financial success though. It's like having the family around you, having the people around you who you want to have around you, celebrating. It's extremely positive. And again, I always say this, but the Ace of Cups is about unconditional love. Unconditional love is the highest vibration in the cosmos. And they're saying also that people love you, that you have this charisma that can attract things to you. You may be thinking about going back somewhere that you love to do with a trip. And yeah, decision making and being uncertain. That's very Libran. Every Libran pretty well that I read for has difficulty making decisions. So I often tell them this. What you do is when you have to make a decision, take yourself off somewhere quiet and try not to overthink it before you do this. Sit quietly and find that space between thoughts, that feeling of peace, even momentarily. And then ask yourself, if I make this decision, will I be happy? And your body will respond. So if it's yes, it'll be just like the sigh, relief, relaxation. If it's no, there'll be the churning in the stomach, I don't know, I'm not sure. Where there's doubt, it's not the right time or not the right decision. And that's how you can make decisions very easily. They're also reminding you that you have people coming in who are members of your soul group throughout your life. Sometimes they're positive, sometimes they teach us a lesson that's positive in the long term, but they may not be the best, it may not be the best experience at the time. But this is about you analysing the lessons that you've been through, the karmic lessons that you've been through, and realising even the most negative person in our life can teach us what we don't want, or there may have been a positive aspect to that relationship. And gratitude is such a powerful, powerful emotion. When we have gratitude, we really start to attract more and more of what we're grateful for, and less of any negative relationships. Again, this is about decision making. What do you want? You might think one thing one day, something else the next. Bring it back to now. What would make me happy now? and it doesn't have to be forever. Don't get tied up in knots about which way to go. This is definitely leading to greater financial stability. The Nine of Pentacles is also about being comfortable financially, but it's not just about money, because I don't think that's the main motivator here. This is about, what did I come to Earth to do? And it's about making the Earth a better place, helping people or helping the Earth in some way. And that is the big emotional lesson for you. Finding people like yourself who are on that path, and you will, and being discerning about who you want in your life and who you don't. Being happy to spend time on your own at times. Yeah. Having enough money for freedom. Unfortunate, well, I don't know if it's fortunate or unfortunate. I think it's unfortunate that this planet is based on money. So yes, money means freedom. Not being too judgmental of the whole situation, allowing yourself the ability to have that freedom of being able to go somewhere if you want to, or buy something if you want to. And this is around a home as well, thinking about where you want to live and opportunities that affect your home in some way. Nature is really important, being in nature. That recuperates and raises your vibration. Opportunities again for success. And again, there are people in your life who are of great benefit. And some relationships that may have been difficult in the past seem to be improving as well, and there's a coming together. There's an ending here of any issues to do with mental health or a difficult period in your life, and you're looking at how you have overcome things before, because at the moment there are cycles coming up of emotion that we're going through that may just take a few minutes, but they're a reminder of what we've been through in the past, and it is for release and raising our energy in the long term. So they're saying, with this success and with these opportunities, yes, sure, you may have competition from other people, but I think you underestimate yourself, a lot of you Librans, and people love you. So there's great success here, and it could be through doing something new as well. But it's listening to yourself. Again, the Fool's choice. And you have great success. It's really wonderful. So these are the Starseed cards. These are to do with, what you came to do. So let's have a look and see what they're talking about here. Water your garden, nourishment, body care, tenderness, rest. We got that down here with the Emperor, looking after yourself. Well, that's self-evident really, isn't it? And let's have a look at the Abraham Hicks manifestation cards. My attention to it invites it in. Yes, and things are quickening. The more we practice manifestation, the quicker it happens. But also, all over, everywhere, the earth is, people are manifesting much quicker. So that's why it's really important to put your attention to what you want rather than what you don't want. Caught the subconscious. Well, that's quite a beautiful way of talking about, raising our vibration through our subconscious. We can reprogram our subconscious, in various ways that I've spoken about before. And then the patterns and programs that bubble up from the subconscious into the conscious mind are positive if you replace the negative with the positive. So that's what they're talking about there, clearing any old negativity. Beautiful. Butterfly, transition, transformation, shifting. The times are changing. Emerge in all your glory. Yes, you've been through the difficult times. You're here to help others through difficult times as well. So you're emerging into the butterfly and you're helping others go through that process. So, yeah, really beautiful. And thanks for being here, Librans. Those of you who stayed to the end. And yeah, have a wonderful couple of weeks, and I shall see you next time, hopefully.